You know, simple Simon. That's what people want.
I mean that, or welcome to Just Your Average Podcast. I'm Chris, that's Chad, and this is also Chris. Hi.
Are we rolling?
We've been rolling for the last 13 minutes.
Alright, sounds good.
I gotta run upstairs in a couple minutes.
I hate everything that exists about you.
I'm waiting for his dumb brother.
It's not my problem, that's a you problem now.
It's his problem. It's his brother.
I can take all this home now.
He's so cranky, isn't he?
Yeah.
What you drinking?
Rum and Coke.
What kind of rum?
Whatever this is. Bumbu.
From Barbados.
Yeah, it's good shit.
That was terrible.
I know.
Chad doesn't do the voiceover for any of our acting.
I do it all.
Yeah, okay. My good. Turn those up a little bit.
So how are you, other Chris?
I'm doing fine.
I'll tell the people about yourself.
Local eccentric? I don't know. I'm gonna Twitch a lot. You're probably gonna pick up on that. I got a tick. I like to say horrible things because I think it's funny. And
if they're real horrible, we'll be editing them out.
my opinions do not reflect the Just Your Average channel point of view or whatever.
At least you made that clear at the front.
I know, right? I know what to do.
It's better than all of our other guests combined.
We definitely gotta put that disclosure I made up before every episode.
I've done enough public speaking to know that I have to tell people, like, look, I speak for myself. Don't attack anyone else.
Yeah, we've had to make that abundantly clear. Which episode was it? It had Jen and Paul on, and we were talking about circumcision, and everybody got all like...
Oh, yeah.
Did it go anti-Semitic?
No, surprisingly. Surprisingly. No, it's more like in my case, the doctor, like, fucked up with mine. So, like, I'm kind of in between,
yeah.
like...
I got a buddy like that.
Yeah, like, you have a foreskin, but it's not an actual foreskin. And then Chad was like, oh, well, get rid of it. And I was like, I don't care.
But yeah, like, why... They messed up once, why risk it again?
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't want to lose more.
Yeah.
I actually heard a good joke.
I don't have a lot to work with anyways.
So, you know how Americans love to tip? They even leave a tip at birth. Get it?
That's how the show's gonna be today.
Yep.
I don't know what anybody expects. We're also going to say this at the top of the episode. You can fucking find us on Spotify now. You can find us on Spotify, on Anchor, and on like 6 or 7 other different ones. I'm going to slap all the logos up now, and they're gone. Have fun.
Whichever will probably just be like, alright, Spotify.
Yeah.
Or iTunes. We're waiting to hear on that one, so
Yeah.
you'll get an update
Apple.
on Instagram.
Give us your...
They're not going to give us anything, so shut up.
Give us your time.
Shut up. Terrible person. You just want free things, and I'm just like, no, we can work for them, and you're just like, free!
If you can get free stuff, why not? He's like, I have too much dignity.
Yeah.
Or I'm just like,
It's not a matter of dignity, it's a matter of I don't want to have to give anything back to anybody.
It's true. Got you there.
well, people should never give things expecting things in return.
Yeah, that's not the world we live in.
Dude, altruism does not exist.
Yeah.
What are you fucking talking about?
It's corporate America, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like, everything sucks.
Even those socialist states are all about fucking, you know, give me everything.
Yeah. So you remember those potatoes I gave you the other day?
What?
I don't know. I think he was trying to make like a non sequitur and it didn't work.
You guys are just not...
I think it's going to wind up being, because it's 3 people, right? It's
Yeah.
going to be ganging up on someone, and I'm going to try and make sure it's not me.
I don't think he's gonna be ganging up on anybody. Like, we ran into that issue with 2 different guests we had, and it was instantly just a fucking horrible time. So it's just like, I've officially become the guy of like, I'm just gonna shit on everybody equally and be happy with it. So.
But I'm a survivor, so like whoever winds up being on top, I'm gonna latch onto them and just.
The noise in my brain when you said I'm a survivor just made me think of like the 2000s like female pop song, and I was just like,
Destiny's Child, bro.
I'm a survivor and I'm a man.
Of course, Chad would start singing it.
It's the only lyric I know.
That's the only lyric everybody knows. It was from 2000. Every song sounded like that ever.
That is Beyonce, right? I'm not insane.
It's Destiny's Child, I think, right?
But
Destiny's Child had Beyonce, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Alright.
Beyonce in the
No,
other
they
two.
did. I know for a fact Beyonce was in it. How was your week been, Chris? You're the
It was
other
a
Chris.
wonderful-
I'm talking to Chris here.
Oh, that's right. This is gonna get annoying.
So it was Beyonce Knowles, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams. Is that Michelle Williams, like the fucking tennis bitch?
No.
What?
It's not even her name.
Look at her face, though.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's wrong with it?
Coke.
Oh.
Coke.
That and a lot of... Isn't she the one who was married to Nick Cannon for a while?
No, that was Mariah Carey.
That was Mariah Carey.
Yeah, and they're divorced now.
Stop talking about it. I'm like ashamed I know all this.
He definitely watched, like, Housewives of Orange County.
It's even weirder that I know it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm
He's older than
28.
you.
At least he's closer to my age.
I'm eternally youthful.
We got it all lined up. I'm the young one, he's the middle one, and then you're the old fuck that needs
How
to get put in
old
the
are
ground.
you?
33.
33?
I'm 30. Your brother's older than I am.
Wait, really? How old's my brother?
30. But he's like a few months older than me.
I'm turning 29 soon. Sucks.
I'm gonna be 25 next
I can't
year.
wait till you
Dude.
turn 30.
I thought you were like 20. I thought you were a little closer to my age. Not like,
No, I'm 24, dude.
dang.
Yeah, because of the baby.
I'm dating a cougar.
That's what I was doing at your age.
She's a year older than me.
I was dating a chick 10 years older than me. At your age.
Well.
She
You
had a
tell.
Coke problem? I don't. If anyone now anyone who knows me instantly knows.
He drinks a lot of Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
He?
fuck you, dude.
Interesting. The 30-year-old turned out to be a dude.
No. She's just like a cool artsy chick that lived in Newport. And was like free spirit and all that jazz. And
That instantly explains everything.
got way too into the drugs.
Way too into the artsy free spirit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was dating my friend. But,
At the same time as you, or?
yeah, and she said she broke up with him, and I was like, that's cool, I'll just move in after completion, you know? And then... then it was like, oh wait, they're
I'll
still...
move in after completion.
Then it was like, oh, they're still together. I'll just keep banging her for like 6 months. and then it came to a head, and he like choked her.
Look at this cute man.
Oh, hello, brother.
He's so adorable.
I'm glad we got right when I was thinking that he choked her.
Rum?
Rum or beer?
Here's your monies
Hey.
for yo baby.
On the camera? What the fuck are you doing?
You'll just see a big black box up here. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Do you
It's
want-
like, it smell that. It
Do you want
smell
any of
that.
this?
Is that?
My
That'd
thing,
be
no?
too much.
The thing I love about you is you're like, I don't want to be on camera because I don't want people to see me doing bad things.
Ooh,
And
I
you have
want to
bag
be a
of-
Here's fuck you, dude.
And you know we're live streaming right now, right?
And now he's drinking and driving. Yeah, we're on twitch.tv, bro.
Definitely not. You just made him shit his pants. Dear God.
Dude, nice shoes.
Thanks.
Fucking loser.
Are they his boat shoes?
Nice shorts. Jesus, dude, look at you.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty dapper.
He's looking like a dad.
You're looking dapper from the waist down, then you look like a
Not
crumb.
yet.
Not like Chad.
That's really good, bro.
It very
Yeah.
much is.
$60.
Definitely not. I would never put $60 into a bottle this size. Maybe 3.
Yeah, I gotta go. Oh. No. Good job, life.
Don't. No one's making
Well, it's
you.
really 2 job life than being forced to do the 3rd job life.
Yeah.
You should ask for...
As for a raise.
Yeah, straight up.
I am actually going to get one.
Good.
Have
Rocco,
fun,
come
sexy.
here.
What?
Can you grab that bottle of wine and put it in my recycling bin?
What's it full of?
Wine.
Vinegary wine.
Ew.
Why would you buy that?
It was bought for us.
Yeah, but who would drink vinegar wine?
Kayla
Chad.
brought it
Did we
over.
bring this?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, get rid of that swill, you bitch.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy.
I'm really fucking pasty.
So who's being choked?
Come on, man.
We're gonna find out if I'm gonna cut like all that in between
Okay.
out, or I'm just gonna put up like a big black
Okay,
censor
okay.
bar,
Let me
mute out specific
Just
words.
because a lot of people are going to enter this story, I'm going to give fake names. So we'll use my friend. We'll call him Dave, and he's a big, bald, muscly guy. Then we'll have Nick, who's this long-haired kid with handlebar mustache. That's the boyfriend.
And Wilhelm.
And then we'll have Jen, is the girl getting choked by Nick. So that's happening in front of me, and Nick's bigger than me. So I was like, what did I call him?
Dave?
Dave. I was like, Dave, help! And Dave had to like run in and be like, no, and like pick him up and move him. And it was just like, it was like this extreme situation. And then I was like, all right, I will never see any of you again, except for you, Dave. You're cool as shit. And I kind of stopped hanging out with them. She is also the same girl that was the one at the Halloween party that I was telling you where I gave her my card. I was like, go buy me a beer. And then she spent $90 at the bar buying everyone beer.
That's why you don't give people like any of your money unless it's cash and you can control that.
Dude, I had like, I was feeling it and I was like, she might want to bang. But now I know she was just playing me, bro.
Like, you couldn't like move the chair and not knock the entire table over.
Chad,
That's happened once in an
aggressive guy.
Chad's not aggressive.
Thanks.
Do you want me to say you're an aggressive asshole?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm abused, like, constantly, and it's emotionally disturbing, and I need help.
I'm verbally abused by Chris all the time.
Look, you ask for that.
That Chris. Your other Chris.
Alright, it's gonna take a while.
Other Chris does verbally abuse us too, but it's more funny.
Other Chris's.
New.
Yeah.
Other Chris, well,
I don't know.
other Chris's brother got me a job, and now I work with other Chris.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
We walk around checking dings.
Dents and dings and scratches.
Okay, good. This is... Oh, that's out of view of the camera.
We're gonna get sued by Coke.
We work with a lot of...
Cocaine? No. Cocaine can't sue me.
Remember the other day with the fucking $300,000 Bentleys?
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and there's like all scratched up. Yeah, we had a lot of Bentleys the other day. Is it normally that bad?
Bad time.
It's usually like 14 to 15, but around Christmas time it jumps up to like 70 to 120. It's fucking annoying.
That's because people think they,
And
like...
they're not good cars.
No, Bentleys are trash.
$400,000, and if you go up to the rim and squeeze it, it leaves a dent.
Yeah, and the grill is all plastic.
It's all plastic. The inside's nice.
Go
but
get yourself a Honda. The thing, it'll last for an eternity.
yeah,
Oh, those Audis.
Fuck Honda.
Those things
though.
are nice.
Audis are trash.
No, Audi's
Get
are the shit,
get a
dude.
Volkswagen instead. It's
No.
the Audi's younger brother.
We work for both.
We work for Volkswagen. Don't get
do?
a fucking Volkswagen.
My girlfriend has
Okay.
a Jetta.
Dude, okay, so we're Unicar, and we work for Volkswagen Group, so Volkswagen, Porsche, Bentley, Audi.
Okay.
Then we're contracted by NORAD to do Honda, GMC, whatever, FCA cars, Fiat, Chrysler.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, all that. We don't touch Subarus. Those are the only ones we don't touch. But, yeah, out of all the cars that come in, Audi is best. Best condition, runs the best. It's about the price it should be for a luxury car.
I never,
You know?
like, it's kind of like BMW. Audi has the same problem with people who buy them are generally just assholes who can't fucking drive correctly.
Yeah. And the worst part, now Audis are great cars, but they're fucking foreign. So if it breaks down, you gotta fucking get the parts. That's the only problem. Same with Volkswagen.
Well, it's also the fact that, like, the Germans were like, we're just gonna stack everything on top of one another, and then you can't fucking take it apart unless you have to pull the entire thing apart.
They love to over-engineer.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, like, a Luger shoot in slow motion? It's, like, the most beautiful thing, but it's, like...
One
that's
little
way
thing
too
goes
much.
wrong with
Yeah,
it, and
like,
it's just like the whole thing's
the whole
useless.
thing's useless, but, like, watching, like, it slide back and everything, it's like, that's some good engineering. Good job,
Is
Germany.
a Luger a gun?
It's the pistol.
Yeah, it was the mass-produced
Nazi
one
pistol?
for...
The Nazi pistol.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it. I just call it the German.
The German thing.
Yeah.
Hence Nazi pistol.
Not everything
The
German
German
is
sex
Nazi.
worker.
I thought all Germans were Nazis.
Chad, we should definitely send you to Germany right now. Go look at someone who lives there and call them a Nazi. Watch
They
what
will
happens to you.
fuck
No, they hate that.
They'll beat the piss out of you, then throw you in prison, and then the prison will beat
There
the
was-
fuck out of you.
Yeah.
When Pilgrim went to Europe, they were on like some dirt road.
Oh,
And,
the high school?
no,
Oh,
I was this merch guy for this band that
Okay.
my friends were in,
Called Pilgrim.
and right when they started doing like world tours, they were like, "We don't really need a merch guy," and it was like,
You're like, alright, I'll go fuck myself.
yeah, all right, fine, have fun." But it was fine. You know, me going would have just fucked everything up because they would have had to pay for me because I didn't have a job. You know, so
I mean,
it's like,
if you're the merch guy, like, that is
Honestly,
your job.
you don't really need a merch guy.
Honestly,
though.
they probably had a
Kinda,
merch
sorta.
guy.
It
that
was just
there.
when I went
And
on.
they're like, do we want to pay for Chris?
When I did the U.S. tour with them, we didn't need a merch guy. There was no point. It was just they brought me there to get drunk and party with them every night.
Okay.
But then by the end of the tour, we were like $800 in debt, and it was like, you know, maybe 3, not 4 next time. And it was like,
Okay.
all right, yeah, that makes sense.
300 of it was Chris's debt.
Straight up. Like, I got the car impounded because I convinced them to park in a tow zone. Because I was like, no, we'll wake up before they tow it. I promise. And they were like, you're right, Chris. That makes sense. And then we wake up and I was like, I'm going to take a shower.
I'm going to take a shower and leave.
And then I take the shower. We were in Manhattan, and I take the shower. And then my buddy John is like, I'm going to take the shower. But he took like a 30-minute shower.
That's where they went wrong.
And exactly. And if we hadn't parked in the tow zone, and if I hadn't brought up shower, the car wouldn't have gotten towed. We wouldn't have had to take a taxi. We wouldn't have to pay like $300 to get it out. And
All right. Wow.
It had all the equipment in the car, so it was like we couldn't just.
Oh, so you had to like go get.
We had to get it. It had like $10,000 worth of musical equipment.
Oh shit! Wow.
That was when we stayed the night in Dallas. It was like we were like, fuck it, we're getting a motel. We're sick of sleeping in the truck, and we had the truck parked outside this motel, and we're smoking cigarettes on the balcony, looking across at a fucking like mart, just getting robbed. And it was like, all right, who's staying up all night and watching the truck? You know, like, fuck.
Good times.
Great times. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, it's fun. Like, this is going back to the roots of Just Your Average.
Yeah, just talking.
Go watch episode 1. Go listen to it on Spotify. Like, that's all this was.
It's so funny listening to the first episode and listen to us now.
Yeah, you tried to make it more structured, and I'm just like, chaos!
It's like the way I see it is, if you're gonna do, like, the first half should just be chaos, and then like do a little bit of structure at the end. Just like
No, Chad tried to make it all structured.
all structured. No, you can't do that. You gotta flow.
Yeah. It's kind of like German engineering. He over-engineered it, and then it's just like
the German podcaster.
Trying to call me a Nazi boy.
Wow, not every
All right,
German
well,
is Nazi.
Those are your words you put into your mouth. Oh my god.
Just want to get into my first topic that we didn't get to do last episode because
No.
my daughter came down.
No topics today.
Well, did you know a 14-year-old killed his whole family because he found out he was really the mother's stepson?
I feel like he was gonna do it either way, and he just had a pretty good excuse. Cause like, hey, she was lying to me, dude. Like, that's good, you know, like disillusionment.
So you think like a lot of people like this just triggered it? Like it would have happened eventually. He would have like snapped.
Oh,
and
I
done
know
something.
dude, if you're gonna kill someone, you have to already be like thinking about it. You don't just no one just randomly kills someone
You
unless
don't
it's
believe
like
in
an
that
accident.
one bad day?
I do believe in that one bad day, but
I don't think it's too extreme to the point where like you'd kill someone.
yeah, like that one bad day, like maybe you'll kill someone, but like you were already fucked up before that bad day happened. It's schizophrenia is a disease that doesn't kick in until your 20s and 30s. So like your whole like teenage years, you're like, why the fuck am I so weird? And then one day you turn 30 and you're like, oh, there's an invisible man telling me to kill everybody. Perfect sense, you know?
2 years left.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm totally gonna go schizo. It's gonna suck.
I genuinely hope not, because I don't want to have to take this podcast down ever.
No, it's fine. You
A
have,
year and a half down
No.
the road, we're just going to hear it on the news. Like, oh, fuck.
No, keep it up. That way you'll get way more views. You'll be like, oh, fuck, that
It's big.
serial killer was on here talking about how he was probably gonna be a serial killer.
It's big. FBI and Google should have listened to us more.
Yeah, man.
They should have been snooping on us.
Then you can sue Google and been like, why weren't you fucking...
Why couldn't you just pay attention to us? What do you think, Chris? Do you think if this didn't happen, he would have done something?
No.
I think he would have done something to someone else.
If something like, I don't know, it's a pretty dramatic thing realizing that the person you thought was your mom isn't really your mom.
I don't think it's that traumatic.
It's really not that... Because mom is... Well, adopted children, why don't they all just murder their adopted families as soon as they find out? Mm-hmm. You know?
It's a lot of that nature versus nurture thing. Like,
There's obviously something scrambled with the kids. And how old? 14?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like really young.
He's capable of... At 14, I was worried about like video games and fucking girls and shit. That, like, oh, I gotta kill my mom now.
Well, like, that's the
You know?
problem. I feel like that's the bigger problem with, like, the coming generations of kids. It's like, it's not me trying to say that the internet's bad, but it's me definitely saying, like...
They're overexposed.
Yeah, the internet's a real fucking, like... It's a fucked up little ball that we all like to play with, but then there's the other side of the ball that's just ugly and everybody doesn't look at because it's like...
The weirdest thing about this, too, it wasn't just like his mom and dad he killed. It says,
Oh, it's fine.
what they wrote
Yeah,
was,
no,
an Alabama boy has allegedly confessed to shooting and killing 5 family members, including an infant brother, 2 young
It was also Alabama.
And
siblings.
a baby, though. Like, this kid was...
Yeah.
This kid was
Yeah.
gonna kill someone somewhere.
Like, the bigger issue is that it's Alabama, so you know everybody... Like, even the baby had its own gun.
Yeah.
Like,
Alabama, we love you.
no,
I
we don't.
like-
Get fucked.
I like Alabama.
The lower 50 states are definitely, like...
So just Alaska? You know, like, no, I like the South. The South is fine.
There's nice
Parts of
people
the
in
South are fine.
I met some nice people. I met some sketchy people, but, you know.
I mean, that's everywhere.
That's the Northeast, I think, is sketchier than the South, because the Northeast, we all pretend we're so much better than everyone else.
Yeah, but at least you know everybody hates you. In the South, there's like Southern hospitality, and it's like there's no such thing as Southern hospitality. There's get off my lawn or I'll shoot you.
Yeah, but I prefer the fake niceness to, like, fuck you dude in the street, where it's like, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm sorry.
You're standing in the middle of a four-way intersection and there are just cars honking at you. You're like, I didn't do anything.
I've had a lot of interactions where people are like, I'm just going to fight you because you're you.
Because your face.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't understand. And then I went to the South expecting to get that, and everyone was just polite and nice to me. And I was like, oh.
As long as you don't say anything bad about NASCAR, you're fine.
Just don't talk shit. That's the South, because the North, no one really...
Talk shit, get shot.
Yeah, basically. So, like, just don't talk shit.
Really? Because apparently everybody in the South, like in Texas, when the dude went on the shooting rampage, nobody magically had a fucking gun except for the guy with the gun.
That's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. I love you, but I know you're gonna watch this and you're gonna have something to say
My
about it.
friend Matt is pro-gun.
I am, too.
I don't give a fuck that everybody wants to have a gun, but not everybody needs to have, like, an
Does your
AR-15.
dad have him, like, in the display case?
Yeah, my dad's got his AR, his AK, his SKS, a couple shotguns. I grew up around guns.
You'll never know where he lives.
I mean, try. You know, like, if you want to take my guns, try. I'm one of those people. I don't think the government... Because, dude, every government that ever took guns away from the people winds up turning into an authoritarian government. Maybe not right away, but eventually down the line, it always turns into a dictatorship.
I mean, you look at most of Europe, and a lot of those countries don't generally have, like, a large portion of guns, but they're all not...
They deal with knife attacks to the extreme.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at least I feel like for lack of a better term, I would rather deal with someone with a knife rather than someone with a gun.
Now, everyone says that, but, dude, guns are clean. If you think about it, it just goes in you. It either stays in you or it comes out. A knife is fucking ripping and tearing.
I agree with you, but it's
way
like...
more...
I agree with you,
It
but...
also depends on the gun, though. If it's a handgun, I'd rather probably go up against a handgun
now,
than
see,
a knife.
this is where my gun this is where I kind of go off the rails. I don't think people should own handguns. I'm okay with people owning AR-15s. You can't really hide an AR-15. It's on you. You see it. People with handguns, those are the people that are killing everybody. Handguns are the most deadly weapon in the United States. Handgun violence is out of fucking control because everyone can get one. You can hide them wherever you want, and it's just boom, 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 ditch, gone.
Why can't we all just love each other? Like, that's my real question. Like,
there's too many of us. We form small tribes for a reason. That's why families are small.
6 billion people.
Too many.
A billion Asian people.
Billion Asian.
And then the rest of the world.
It's 1.9 billion, 1 point Asian, Chinese specifically, 1.7 billion Indian people from India, and then, like, the continent of Africa is close to, like, 2 billion, I think.
And then there's the rest of the world.
And then there's the rest of us, and it's just like, fuck, man, these 3 regions are out of control.
Literally, China could just, like, steamroll all of, like, Europe if they tried.
If they wanted to, if their stuff worked. You know?
Well, look, they can make another one in 5 seconds flat because they have all the equipment.
I'm not even trying to be racist. It's just like Chinese manufacturing is about quantity, not quality. So shit falls apart.
Yeah, but you can just make another one in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know, but...
Like, one falls apart, there's 6 more behind it
Six
being
more
made.
behind it, yeah.
It was like Russia in World War II. You shot one guy, cool, there are another 7 coming at you.
Dude, Zhukov was fucking insane.
Zhukov?
Zhukov, General Zhukov, the guy who led Stalingrad.
Oh.
His plan was just like, just keep running at them. They'll run out of bullets eventually.
Russia's great tactical maneuver, wall of human flesh.
Just keep going. Look, they're almost out of ammo. That guy's not even reloading anymore. Just keep running
It's
at
like,
him.
hey, the guy next to you, he had a gun, you have bullets, put 2 and 2 together. Have fun.
Wait, you gave me the wrong bullet. No.
No, keep going. See that guy on the ground? He's got the right gun.
He's got the right one. You just gotta get to him. That's how that General Zhukov.
The human meat shield.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, him and Stalin were both just like,
Fuck it. We don't give a shit about our people.
Surprised me in the South Park movie.
Yeah, basic Operation Human
Dark
Shield.
Eve.
Yeah, Operation Dark
You ever heard of
Shield.
the Emancipation and Proclamation? I'm sorry,
I don't listen to rap
hip-hop.
Yeah, Chef is just the only one that's like, what the hell?
Are you some people gonna die? Fucking love that. That's one of the only movies where I know like every word by heart.
the world is a fucking dark place. We're all gonna die.
So you honestly think that kid would have killed?
Yeah. 14 years old and you're murdering people. that you're related to, if you weren't murdering them, something would happen. He'd shoot up a school or something, you know?
That's what's scary. It was like, I've said that. I think that's the third time I've said that. But, like, again, it relates all back to the internet of how, like, information is so easily accessible. The fact that, like, the shit in New Zealand went down, and then all you hear about...
I saw the live stream of that.
That had to be horrifying.
I mean, I go on 4chan, so I'm going to preface that. So.
All right, well...
So I was watching it, and I'm completely desensitized now. I've seen every ISIS beheading. I've seen it all, man. So when I was watching it...
Everybody can see it all. It's sad.
Exactly. So I was watching it, and I was like, oh, man, this is brutal and fucking insane. But at the same time, my takeaway from it was he was a showman. He had his music synced up to exactly what he was going to do. He had, like, Eurobeat when he was driving up to it. You know, like Eurobeat from that anime. I'm forgetting the name of it. Then, when he went to go start doing the shooting, it was like Devil May Cry, like fight. It was like...
Like the super heavy metal...
Exactly. Like, he had it all synced up. And this is also going to sound horribly fucked up. Dude knew what he was doing. He was, like, clearing corners. He looked professionally trained. And that's where my conspiracy theories come in. I think it was a plant.
But, I mean, it also... I could agree with you, but you can also say, again, the internet. You can find anything and everything.
You can just figure out how to do it. But he knew...
The Anarchist Cookbook.
And also, everyone kept calling him a right-wing terrorist. He was an eco-fascist. So, like, a left-wing fascist that loved the environment. And he praised the communist Chinese government as the perfect government.
Which one was this again?
This is the New Zealand guy.
Oh, yeah.
Christchurch? Yeah, which, I mean, like, if you're going to pick a shooting to kill Muslims, you pick Christchurch. Like, come on, man. It's... coincidental to the extreme. Sorry.
I don't know how much of this we can keep.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's just... I subscribe to counterculture theory. I don't know. I don't trust... If the news is telling me something, I'm like, I don't believe you, because...
I just don't listen to the news anymore.
I'm, like, addicted. I'm one of those news junkies, and it's only harming me. I
like,
probably should get out of it.
Like, it's one of those things where everybody's like, oh, the left, like with Greta, whatever her name is.
Greta Thunberg?
The worst thing that came out of her is just, now she's just a meme everywhere.
Well, it's not even that. It's more like, I forget his exact name, but there was a guy on Fox who proceeded to, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm quoting, so keep your fucking tits on, but it's like, he basically said this mentally... excuse the words and all, but this mentally retarded child is trying to tell us what to do, and it's like, A, it's a kid.
Who said that?
A guy on Fox. I'll find it if you guys want to keep talking, but it's like...
No, we don't need to play the clip, because I know what you're
I'm not going to play the clip. I just want to find his name.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to play that.
It's probably, Carl, what's his name? Hannity. It was probably Hannity.
I think...
But I just don't like that... I don't believe these are her opinions. At all.
You think she's a puppet?
I think she's a puppet. I think she's a Soros puppet.
I think she probably had some opinions that...
Oh, absolutely. Which is what got her to where she was. They found
her and they're like,
exactly.
Hey, have you ever seen this stuff?
I bet she did a student protest at her school because her mom and dad were like, yo, the environment's super important. Here's my opinions, child who doesn't know anything about the world. You listen to them, and you believe them now. Which is kind of what my parents did with me.
She would have to be a really good actor, though, because she was pretty...
No, she believes it. That's why she's a great actor. She doesn't know any better because she's only been told this.
Yeah.
I mean, she said in her speech she can see carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
You can't. You can't. It's microscopic, man. What are you talking about, lady?
She's that focused in, man.
She's on something else. But, yeah, I just...
So she just takes acid.
I just don't like
I see all the carbon dioxide.
Just don't use children for your political agenda, because it's actually genius if you think about it, because if anyone goes, this bitch doesn't know what she's talking about, everyone's like, how dare you, she's a child.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't care, her opinions are wrong.
But still calling a kid retarded on, like,
all right, so I can quote it. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys.
Yeah.
So Michael Knowles, and this is quoted, said she was a mentally ill Swedish child who's being exploited by her parents and the international left. And then you had Laura Ingraham from Fox who said... who compared her to Children of the Corn, while Trump criticized her, just criticized her in general, kind of like adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, all of that together is kind of, it's like, it's a kid, don't be an asshole.
But does she have Asperger's or something like that?
She has, yeah, I think she has, like, Asperger's.
Okay, so she is mentally handicapped, and there is a chance that she is just being exploited as a media head then.
Yeah, but it's like,
I know. It's improper, but that's not the world we live in anymore. You fucking put yourself out there, no matter what age you are subject to the criticism of people around you.
I agree with you, but it's also a double-edged sword where it's like, and I'll say it especially for climate change, like, it's one of those really big things that I don't think we should be taking we shouldn't be taking as light as, like, most of the older generation is.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're burning down the Amazon, which has one of the most, like, ridiculously diverse ecosystems, and we're just like, yeah, we'll torch the entire fucking thing, and it's like...
We've been doing that since forever.
Yeah, but not like, to 25 to 40% of it, which is what they're on track to get rid of
What's,
now.
like, the percentage of oxygen that comes from...
30%.
Some, like, really high number.
Yeah, but the point is, like, people are only... Like, we've been burning the rainforest forever, and now it's a problem. Like, now it is. Like, why wasn't it a problem 30 years ago when we were doing it before we knew anything about climate change? I bet we were burning twice as much as we are now.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, now it's all out there.
Exactly. Now people... like, I guarantee back in, like, 1920, when they were fucking starting rubber plants and all that shit in, like, the Congolese jungle, which is comparable to the size of the Amazon, and it is a rainforest, when they were starting rubber plants, they were probably burning down fucking millions of acres of shit.
I don't doubt that.
And that probably fucked everything up.
Yeah, but do you think back in the day, if we had the social media and everything, those people would have been upset about it just as much as they are now?
No, not at all.
Or you think just because they weren't as educated about it? Or you think it's just today's climate? Where
I think it's just today's climate. I think it's outrage culture. It's cancel. It's just they look for things to get upset about now.
But you don't think there's any good ways the outrage culture can help people, or do you think it's all just?
I mean, it was pretty good.
Everything's blown out of proportion.
Pretty good at fucking starting that. It started to break the pedo cult, if for lack of a better word. It started to chip away at that armor, and that NAMBLA's a thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
NAMBLA?
North American Man Boy Love Association.
No.
That's a fucking thing. And one of the lawyers for Me Too is also the lawyer for NAMBLA. Go fucking figure.
Yeah, that's how you make your money, man.
I know, right?
You fight something that actually makes a difference, and then you proceed
you play
to
both sides.
diddle little kids.
Fucking like Venice. That's a history joke.
Well, like, it's a real fucking shitty situation no matter how you want to look at it. Because, like we had this conversation in the car, and I'll reference George Carlin as probably one of my favorite people who said a direct form of that quote. Is it's like, the Earth is going to be fine, but human beings are genuinely fucked.
No, absolutely. Which is why we need to fucking get the fuck off Earth. We need to go find a dead planet that we can't fuck up.
It's gonna be like
Mars.
Elon Musk.
Create an artificial environment that we completely control, and everything will be fine.
Until somehow or another we fuck that up.
Yeah, but fucking we'll be... That's like thousands of years in the future. We'll be like little, like Wall-E, you know, in the fat chair. Like, you won't give a shit by then, dude.
What would the Olympics be like if it was like that?
A fucking joke.
It'd be all video games.
Yeah. They're trying to get video games into the Olympics. Like eSports stuff.
No.
I don't think
keep eSports separate.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
I love all that, but
eSports are
not
cool, but it's...
It's not an Olympic sport.
No.
No, not
That's
yet.
like when they were trying to say beer pong should be in the Olympics.
No.
That was just a meme. I think if they're going to get eSports in, they should bring chess back.
Yeah.
Straight up, like, bring chess back.
Yeah.
Because, like, chess is one of those, like, high-form
Who has
mental
the
games.
smartest people in the world.
And everyone, like, there's a way to win chess every single time, and the other person knows exactly how you... And it's just whoever can finesse it first. And then it's like, oh, game's over in, like, 30 moves, all right. You know.
It's like, all right, time to move.
Yeah, like, it's just... It's like in the first 3 moves,
See,
you
the
know
problem
who's
with
gonna win.
that is that won't be fun to watch on TV.
Oh, I love watching the
you're
World
a
Chess
little-
Tournament. I'm a weirdo.
It's like fucking NASCAR, dude. There's no reason to watch NASCAR outside of the car accident that might happen.
Look at that turn!
Unless you really love cars and know how cars... I had someone explain it to me. That kid, Nick. Yeah, explain it to me. It's like, if you know shit about how engines work and stuff like that, the fact that that car is going 300 miles, like, I know it's a circle, because it can't be 300 miles of a straight line. It's pretty fucking amazing if you think about it like that. Like, the engine can endure that for that long.
Oh, I can agree with you, but then
But it's boring as shit.
Well, the other thing is, like, all you have to do is introduce a Tesla into that, and it's just like,
a different game. Yeah, but that's, you know, that's mankind. You know, the combustion engine is just a fucking steel cage propelled by explosions. That's what we love.
Like, and I think that's what's scary is, like, when you actually think about it, an ICB is literally, or IC...
BM.
Yeah, ICBM is 1,000 times more scary than like anything else that you could.
Yeah.
And we're sitting like 2 feet away from it at
They're
any
fucking
time.
Cool. They're just rad as shit. Admit, if you saw an explosion on YouTube, you'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, because it's something primal about us.
Well, I've seen like the engine made of acrylic.
Yeah.
Like the high engine acrylic, and like watching how the piston moves and it's all timed out. It's just like.
Yeah, it's neat.
Well, NASCAR is kind of like hockey. You watch it hoping for a fight. You watch NASCAR hoping for a big wreck.
I don't like when they wreck in NASCAR. It makes me uncomfortable.
Reminds you of Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, it's just like
Rest in peace.
it's like that's brutal as shit, man. Like the car's
I've been
rolling and
to
shit's
a lot,
flying off.
like probably
and
like 3 or 4 NASCAR races, and they want the wrecks.
I know, because it's fucking.
And NASCAR is the best too, because when you go there, you can bring anything in.
Oh, they don't give a fuck,
Yeah,
dude. It's
they're
NASCAR.
like, we're not making money off our merchandise. We're like, they are obviously with all like
the t-shirts.
the t-shirts and stuff. But like, we're not making money off food, and you're gonna buy our food anyway because you're wasted. And you're like, I want a fucking cheeseburger.
You're wasted. You're bored, and then like, boom, and you're like, oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Now. You know, like, it's got to sound cool.
I don't doubt
No,
that.
it's wicked.
But
It's actually really fun to go to a live race. Watching on TV sucks.
Yeah, I tried to watch the Daytona 500 when I was like 10, and I got like 40 laps in, and I was like, oh man, more.
it's not like playing. It's not like playing. Like you play a NASCAR game. That's cool.
Because you're doing
But,
it.
yeah, and that's
know?
what I mean. It's like even just watching it. Even like in my case, you go to watch one. I genuinely don't think I'd be that interested in it, just due to the fact of like, all right, I've seen him take the same left turn for an hour and a half now.
Again, that's where you gotta like know the internal workings
Yeah,
of a vehicle.
it's
like I watch baseball. I fucking love baseball. I try to watch baseball with other people, and they're like, "This is so boring." I was like, "You don't fucking get it."
It's
though.
interesting. Like you're trying to hit a small object with another small object that's moving at like almost 100 miles an hour.
The human eye, once the fastball gets above 93 miles per hour, the human eye can no longer see it. It turns invisible. The second it's 94 miles per hour, you can no longer see it.
So then, what's the refresh rate of the human eye?
I don't know that science.
Because we can if you're playing a game, you can differentiate like 30, 60, and I think 90. But after 90 hertz a second, your brain just doesn't.
Well, they were talking about it because like the fastball from like 94 to like 96 disappears, but then at 97 it looks like it's rising. Like it just fucks with your brain.
It's just the way that the light refracts off it, and your brain
and
just
you
processes.
have 0.0003 milliseconds to decide if you're gonna swing. So you have to decide if you're swinging before the ball has left his hand.
And you're just like sitting at the stand. You're just like, ah.
And then you see the dude hit the home run, and you're like, that was a 1 in a billion chance that happened.
But they managed to do it consistently.
It's so cool. And then, because I used to play, and I was fucking I was the fucking worst. So when I watch good people play, I'm like, that's how you're supposed to do it, Chris.
Baseball is probably
This
the most
Chris.
fun I've had playing a sport.
It was miserable. Everyone hated me on my team.
Yeah.
I liked the game, but everyone made it so, like, bottom of the order, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you suck, Chris.
It's like
Well,
you're the
back
one
then
that
you
never
probably
gets
didn't
to
have
bat.
much
Yeah.
motivation.
I mean, my dad was the president of the league. My mom was the player agent. My older brother was in the big leagues. My little brother was in t-ball. It was like, my grandparents ran the fucking concession stand.
Yeah.
I was in baseball.
You had the pressure.
I had to play. And then when I was like, I quit, everyone was like, you suck. Family shamed me.
Yeah.
Fuck family. Family's.
And that's where Black Sheep came through. Black Sheep of the family.
I still support you.
Now it's funny though, because you're probably not even the black sheep of the family.
No, I'm the
anymore.
normal one now. They all went fucking insane. I stayed pretty true to myself.
Furries.
Oh, man.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Don't bring it
I
up.
won't bring it up.
No, you already did
We'll
bring
talk
it up.
about it later.
But it's just like, if I tell him, he's going to listen and he's going to hear.
No, no.
You know?
I'll tell you later.
I got 2 brothers. You met the older one.
Uh-huh.
That's the only hint I'm going to give you.
All right. Hi. I'm gonna keep drinking my rum.
Ugh.
I also I'm not gonna spoil it, but to kind of give you the little bit of TLDR in our life, why everything's decided to take like such an off the rails turn. We put everything on Anchor. I have a new job, and congratulations. That's all you're gonna learn for right now. Wait till episode 50 to find out more.
Chad's a bum. He's had like 3 jobs in the past couple
We
months.
talked about that last time. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing?
Fancy ass pen.
It's a fancy pen. I didn't
He's
know
a-
it lit up, and I picked it up and pressed it, and it lit up.
That's why I saw the flash. I'm like, what the fuck? Is he trying to neuralize everybody?
No, I was just...
Oh my god, I watched the new fucking Men in Black the other day.
Why?
It was bad.
Tessa Thompson's in it. She sucks.
How bad though? Like compared to like
Honestly,
On a 1 to Dark Phoenix, where's it at?
It's not as bad as Dark Phoenix.
Okay,
It's
okay.
tolerable. Like, this is a movie you're gonna watch on TBS. Like, just
So like 1 to 10 or like
I'd
1
probably
to
give it like
0 to negative 10.
maybe a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
1, it sucks. 5, it was a movie. 10, it was perfect.
It was a movie.
It was a movie. Okay, yeah, that
So
makes
probably
sense.
like 4.5.
Yeah, he thinks
Yeah.
we should redo our
'Cause,
rating
like-
scale. Because he doesn't like potatoes.
Because when you start doing like
That's fine.
6.2 and stuff like that, it gets like convoluted. It's easier if it's just like watch it. It's a movie. Don't watch it.
I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, like, it started off cool. Like, the Tessa Thompson stuff, you don't like her, but
I hate
it
her.
was really good at the beginning. Like, her story. Then it just went to Men in Black.
Her story is she's the only person ever to figure out what the Men in Black are,
Well, at the beginning of the movie, it's like,
Spoilers if you care. I don't.
and no one cares.
something happens where her parents have to get neuralized, and they're like, "Where's your daughter?" And they're like, "Oh, she's sleeping, but she's looking out the window. Nobody knows." So she sees them get neuralized. So her whole life, she like trains to be like FBI agents, tries to go into these companies, and it's like, "Hey, how about that other facility you guys have?" And
Yeah.
they're like, "What are you
No one
talking
was
about?"
like, "You're fucking. You got to go to a home, like a mental
Yeah.
institute." You're
I
talking
remember
No,
about,
that's
was like, I'm
that's the whole
sorry.
joke that goes on with the interviews.
but it's
she
just
does it.
like it's
And
like
then all of a sudden, like,
how many-
I don't even remember how she sees it. Like, something happens where she, like, sees, like, a force field the Men in Black put up, and she, like, goes through it and sees the aliens and stuff.
and she's like, "Oh, I knew it all along.
Yeah.
I was the one person."
That's weird.
I don't like that kind of stuff. It
So-
should have been. They should have had like when she walks in, they're like, "Ah, we got another one."
And then they try to
Yeah.
do the thing, like, is Chris Hemsworth really the bad guy? Blah, blah, blah. And it's no. It
They
was
definitely
Liam-
should have just
It was
not
Liam
made this
Neeson's the
movie
bad
then.
guy.
Liam
And his
Neeson's
body got
always-
taken over by, like, an alien way back in the day. So it's like,
They should have just left it as when Men in Black 1, 2, and 3.
no.
And they're
1
not-
was good, 2 was okay,
2 was
3
fucking
was
garbage.
Three-
3 was better than 2.
I liked 3 better than 2.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. 3 had a, because I didn't see, and this is so like naive of me to not see the cliche coming, but that when Will Smith met his father, I was genuinely like, oh, I didn't see that. Like I just
like time travel.
you know,
Of course, they're gonna introduce it.
I just didn't see it. I don't know why. I was like, there's no way they're gonna do something that stupid, and I just put it
Well,
out of my brain.
The problem with
And
the
then
Men
when
in
it
Black
happened, I was like,
franchise is they went, like, serious, dark comedy.
I would never say it was serious.
Well, dark comedy.
I wouldn't even say it was
a
dark.
self-aware comedy.
The beginning of that movie's pretty dark. And
Not
it gets
really.
pretty dark throughout the whole thing.
I mean, it's dark in the sense people die, but what?
Yeah, but comparing it to, like, the second and third one, it's
well,
a dark
no,
comedy.
because they just made the movie, right? And Will Smith is a likable fella, so it was funny. And then they're like, "Oh, kids really enjoy this. Let's make it a kiddie movie now." They just like
Yeah.
made a movie.
I wouldn't even say it's a kiddie movie,
was-
because the fucking second movie was weird with that girl.
Yeah, but
I feel like that was, like, kind of, not darker.
I
just
remember
more of a-
being on the playground and everyone was talking about
Oh,
Men in
yeah.
Black, and then being like, "Mom, Dad, Men in Black," and I'm like, "Fuck that shit," you know? It was like it was a kids movie.
Yeah.
If you want to see a real good comedy alien movie, go watch Evolution.
I love
Evolution.
Evolution.
David Duchovny, Orlando Jones.
Orlando Bloom. No.
It was
Jones.
Orlando Jones.
Yeah.
Don't fucking try to ruin me on that one. That was such a
Sean
fucking...
William Scott.
Yo, those are great. That was a good movie.
I love Sean William
I
Scott. I don't
don't
care what
like
you say.
Sean William
yeah,
Scott.
he's the idiot.
I know. I've seen it before. I watched it.
But it's a good movie.
Yeah.
They put the scene that sticks out for me is, I think the guy is like trying to steal chlorine from the pool
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that, and that's how the alien gets in the water.
Yeah.
I like Tremors. I know they're not aliens, but that's like my cool like
Tremors was
otherworldly
good. Kevin
monster
Bacon.
movie.
Otherworldly monster movie, top of the list for me is Alien, the first one.
Well, I mean, come on,
No, the
man.
thing.
The first, second, and third, like, as soon as you get past the third
I
one, it's
know.
really shitty, but the first and second and one...
But like putting
No,
that,
coming to Earth, alien monster, the thing.
the Thing is great.
You ever see The Thing?
This
The ori-
1981,
the
not
one
the
with,
original one. The
no,
Thing
the
from
one
Outer
with,
Space.
what the fuck's his name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
I'm gonna go on record, people. The Thing from Outer Space, fucking sucks. Dumb plant monster movie, stupid. The new one's better. Fuck all those hipsters. Fuck them. Sorry.
What about, Little Shop of Horrors?
Eh.
I've never seen Little Shop of Horrors.
That's a movie on the list of, like... It's not an amazing movie, but it's a
you
good
gotta
movie.
see it.
Yeah. That's on my list of movies I never
It's
saw.
not Spaceballs material.
See,
Yes.
I think Spaceballs is very overrated.
It's...
But here's this.
Chris hates me for saying that.
Yeah,
No.
I do.
Spaceballs is better than 6 Star Wars movies.
Absolutely.
Isn't that fucking insane?
Absolutely.
It's better than 6 of the 9 Star Wars movies. Or
No,
soon to be
they're-
9.
Yeah, 8 so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
So you didn't like Rogue One.
No. I thought it was pointless. I don't give a fuck how they got the plans.
I agree with that.
Who cares?
You could have made a 30-minute short and just been like, okay.
Like a really cool like anime thing, you know? Like just
that
pay some
dark
fucking
age.
Japanese guy to fucking animate the shit
But
out
have
of it.
one live action shot with George Lucas in the background, just like
just adjusting his belt.
I can't believe George Lucas is all mad
Or
that
putting money in his
Disney didn't
pocket.
want to keep his like plans.
I can agree to that because like it's
I
his
can't.
Dude, fuck him. He got like $4 billion.
But it's
so he
his-
can fuck off.
But it's his baby.
Oh no.
No, I just did this.
I don't think it's that big of an issue after how royally he fucked it with the prequels. He tried to do something cool.
He tried.
And like
yeah.
the third movie kind of sort
it
of
started
redeems
to
it.
come back. It
If he
started
didn't
to-
But it's like the
direct-
first two were just absolute dick.
If
The
he
first
didn't
one-
correct the
If he didn't
if he didn't direct the prequels, they probably would have been better movies.
the first one is okay.
if you remove the midichlorian scene, it's instantly a better movie.
And you tone down Jar Jar,
No, just remove Jar Jar. Fuck that.
but he needs to be there
No, let
for
him
the
get
whole
killed.
Gungan thing, though.
Yeah, but let him get killed during the Gungan War, and then that's it.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Probably half of the first movie was good.
Yeah,
Well, before they got to Anakin.
the
2/3.
second movie was just bad from
Yes,
start
that was
to
a bad movie.
finish.
That-
It was-
Sand.
It was
Dude, that movie's like a filler. There's no reason
was
for
a
it.
struggle.
Sand.
And then like all it was there was to introduce that they're friends.
And
that
Anakin
Obi-Wan
is
and-
starting to kind of go,
But he's like, I'm angry about sand. Better genocide. You know,
better
It's
kill
like,
all the kids.
Whoa, sand and genocide.
I didn't become a Jedi. Wait, let me think about this. It's not that bad of a thing. Give it another year.
Revenge of the
Just
Sith
wait.
was good though.
Revenge of the Sith. Everyone points to it being great. It was great.
Compared to the
Compared
other
to the
two.
other
Great.
two.
I said it was good.
That lightsaber fight, everyone is like, "Who's the best one?" Not that good.
Which
The
one?
best part of it is the fact that
It's a lot of zipping and zooming around and
Yeah.
not actually fighting. And it's like it looks pretty, but like
Which one? The Yoda one?
hit
or
him,
the,
hit him with the sword once.
the Yoda one or the other one?
Both of them. The Yoda one was.
I hate the Yoda one.
I think it's okay for
No,
what-
because
It was
Yoda's
a
like,
cool
you don't need to
CGI
do all
fight.
these crazy maneuvers to be. He's telling Luke all this.
Yeah.
But
And
then
then they
he's
have him
flipping
fucking bouncing around like an idiot.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know
that's because
why?
he got the shit kicked out of him. That's
'Cause
where it
he's
taught him.
fucking fighting the Emperor. You know,
One of the strongest opponents.
the guy who tricked even Yoda. He.
No. They
Yoda
could have made
didn't know-
that fight scene way better.
Do you remember when Yoda's like, something's clouding the Force? And then they're like, are you okay? And he goes, it's not a big deal. That was Emperor Palpatine, like, slipping for a second and then going, no, I don't exist.
He was like, wait, hold the darkness for a moment.
Yeah, exactly. He tricked Yoda. Yoda didn't know he existed. And now Yoda's gonna fight this guy who's arguably more
Imagine if
powerful
the new movie
than
they
him.
have like a Palpatine Yoda
Hold on.
Force Ghost fight.
What again?
Palpatine.
Yeah, he says Palpatine.
Palpatine. I can't say precision.
Precision?
I can't say it.
Real precision.
Real precision.
Want to drink some Palpatine? I don't care. Yeah.
After everything is said and done, like, the Yoda fight was definitely more of a CG fight, which was
The-
cool for
the
that
Yoda fight
aspect.
was awful.
But then the
I like the beginning of the Yoda fight when they're like throwing stuff at each other, and it's like that's
Yeah, 'cause it shows the Force.
exactly.
But I just didn't like Yoda bouncing around. It just
He's gotta-
contradicts what he says.
he's
'cause
2.5
could've,
feet tall.
I know.
Yoda could be
dude.
doing like
He's a
some
flea.
nice barrel rolls and like maneuvering around and all that stuff.
Running, hitting
Instead of
with
just like,
knees.
Eventually just breaks fucking his ankle.
runs
like
up,
imagine if they were
smacks
still
it.
using the puppets, just like just throw the puppet.
That would be
Just a shot of like this green ball flying
Fuck
through the
that.
air, and
No, no,
everybody's
no.
just like, "What the fuck?"
No, they cut to it's the puppet, and then they cut to a guy in a Yoda costume doing a backflip, and they cut back to the puppet.
It's like my daughter in a Yoda costume.
I would
There's
watch
one
that.
quick cut of like Kermit the Frog
Yeah,
in like
by,
the
like,
Yoda
accident.
suit.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, Jim Henson came back.
Jim Henson's kid was like, "Fuck this," just spliced it in there.
They have Miss Piggy in the background for some reason.
I
think-
hope the new movie's good.
It won't be. Don't get your hopes
I don't think
up.
it'll be bad.
Dude, it's a Disney movie. It's gonna suck.
See, he doesn't like
I don't like Disney. at
Civil
all.
War and stuff.
I didn't
that.
like Civil War. I thought it was a dumb movie.
I don't think Civil War was a dumb movie. I don't like how a large portion of it was displayed, though.
It was.
It wasn't bad.
It
It wasn't great.
It
There's
was
still a little-
it like Chad was saying about filler. It was just to get Iron Man and Cap to not be friends for the third one, so they could
Yeah.
be friends again. Like that was the whole point of the movie.
But I mean, that's pretty much what Civil War was.
I know, but Civil War. I don't even like Civil War in the comics either.
That's because it was just like, hey, let's make these two
Fight
of our
for
favorite
no
characters.
fucking reason. I don't want
There
to be.
was a reason for a Civil War.
Shut up.
Spider-Man has to give up his identity. Cap goes, I don't think that's a good idea. Iron Man goes, I think that's a good idea. Let's just kill each other.
Even though I just gave him this amazing suit that does everything you could imagine,
so
plus more.
Let's kill each other now. Why? Like, did you ever read the What If? Where it's like, what if Iron Man just talked to Captain America?
What if they sat down and had a coffee?
And that's what it is. They sit down, they have a coffee, they come to an agreement, and they don't fight.
And then the next movie happens.
Yeah, Goliath doesn't die. Fucking, they don't make the robot Thor. They don't fucking bring all the villains on the side of Tony Stark. Like,
I don't know. I like cheesy comic book stories like that.
that's not cheesy. Cheesy is the Flash gaining 500 pounds and not being able to run anymore.
The Fat Flash.
Yeah, did you ever read that?
No.
It's like an old Golden Age or Silver Age comic.
I think I still remember seeing a thing like he's on like a treadmill.
He's
Batman's
like, why
background
can't I
something.
run? And it's just like him with a huge gut.
Well, it's like I finally saw Endgame, and I don't know if it's anybody else's opinion, but the CG was fucking garbage.
It was too many blue lasers, and it took too long.
Not even that. I don't care that it took too long. What I care about is the fact of like, you look at Thanos, he doesn't look as good as he did in what was it?
Infinity.
Yeah, Infinity War. He looks so much better in Infinity War. All the fucking suits that are CG'd on look like shit.
Well,
it's like, come on.
I think it's because the technology hadn't progressed far enough. Because did you watch Black Panther?
No.
Black
CG
Panther was awful.
The CG in that is dog shit. It looks like a fucking PS2 game, and it's because we got spoiled. Excuse me, by the previous Avengers movies, where they were mainly digital, but they used the digital, like they would hide it behind stuff. So we all thought it looked great. And then they were like, well, fucking people love the digital effects. Let's make it the main thing. And then you watch the final Black Panther fight, and it's two PS2 graphics guys
That's
fighting.
shitty.
We'll
and
show
it's like,
you
this
after.
is so
It's
fucking
really
bad.
bad.
Yeah, but it's like, it sucked because seeing Thanos in Infinity War, they did really fucking well with him. He looked so fucking phenomenal. But then you look Endgame, and it's just like,
How many years were Endgame and Infinity War apart?
I
A year.
think. Are you
A
sure?
year?
Mm-hmm.
No fucking way. They pumped one out in a year?
They filmed them both at the same time.
Well, see, that's why, because they were using the same technology. So the first time you saw it, you were blown away.
So Endgame was April 2019.
So yeah, the first time you saw it, you were blown away. And then the second time you saw it, you were like, oh, I'm used to it, because it was the same tech.
Oh wow, yeah, it was a year. That's like a really close year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even still, if it were the same tech, like I don't think it would have been that jarring of a difference. Like
I
watching
think-
Thanos in the final fight.
But it's because you saw it, and it was so fucking amazing the first time you saw it, that when you saw it again, it was like, okay.
Yeah, but I think I can go back and watch the first one and still be like, I think it comes back to the same thing you said about like it being implemented correctly. I think it was implemented way too much in Endgame compared to Infinity War.
Endgame did have a lot of big, like when fucking Doctor Strange is like holding back the CGI water. It was like, come on,
Yeah.
dumb. It looks dumb. Just don't do that scene.
But
Don't do it.
honestly, the final bit where I am Iron Man, snap.
That was awesome. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, that was very.
I'm also a DC guy, so I have like an aversion to all things Marvel.
I like both sides.
I like both, but like, I like DC. You know.
I like how Marvel feels more humanized, whereas like the one character I can't stand out of everything is Superman.
See, that's where. See, I love Superman.
I
and you
love
hate
Superman. He's
No,
definitely.
but that's like we were talking about the other day. Sorry if I keep.
Yeah, stop.
Sorry. Sorry.
Come on, dude.
No, what's it called? Marvel's definitely more like personable comic. Where
There's street
DC's
level.
like, you have Batman that you can kind of relate to, besides for like the rich motherfucker thing.
You can't relate to Batman anymore.
Well, can you even relate to any DC hero?
I relate to like the Question. I relate to the Flash very specifically.
I mean, if you distill them from like their magic end, like they all have their own personal traits that like. I hate Mercari. That you can really identify with, like Superman. Like you're an outcast, but you also have to hide who you truly are and be someone different. Because if not, you could kill everybody.
No, see, I think that's the opposite. I think Superman really is Clark Kent, and then he puts on the Superman persona when he needs to be a hero. I think he really is that
So,
shy.
so you don't think it's like the Christopher Reeves thing where he just puts on the just shy dopey?
He puts on the glasses.
I think
and
he-
Like, didn't Jeff Loeb do that comic where like they actually like
They show the physical, like
yeah,
how
like
he
his gut
hunches,
comes out and
he
stuff.
wears a shoe with an extended
Yeah,
heel,
so,
so
like,
he
he-
walks with a weird gait.
Yeah.
And no, he's doing that all so you won't think he's Superman, but he really is just that nice corn-fed, Kansas.
well,
kid.
like they show that really well in Smallville,
Yeah,
and like I think up until like the 4th or 5th season when they like send him to college, up until then it's a really interesting like take on how Superman is.
he's just a.
It's not Superman. It's Clark Kent.
He was raised as Clark Kent
Yeah.
up until he hit puberty and his powers showed up.
Well, I
which
mean,
is the news story.
He got
back in
more
the-
and more
yeah.
powers.
Like, so he was raised to be a normal person, and then it's like, fuck, a meteor's coming, and I'm the only one that can do something about it.
It's like I can somehow lift a truck. Let me see if I can't
Let me
break the
see if I
meteor.
can save everybody.
Yeah.
So that's what Superman is, and I love that about him. Whereas Batman is Batman, and Bruce Wayne is the persona.
Yeah.
And I hate Batman for that, because Batman's all dark and brooding and edgy, and it's just like, fucking smile. Smile,
Yeah.
bitch. Like, come on. You don't have to be... I'm sorry.
They tried doing that, but then Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck was a weird Batman.
He was the best Batman, just had bad direction. I don't care
I
what
don't
he says.
think he was the best Batman. Adam West is definitely the best Batman.
No.
Right behind what's his name? Fucking
Michael Keaton.
nope.
Michael Keaton was a great
Val
Batman.
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer
No.
was an okay Batman.
The voice actor.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy and
Do
Mark
you know-
Hamill are my two favorite.
Aren't they putting Kevin Conroy as old Batman?
He's gonna play old Batman
I hope
on
so.
on the
In the-
CW.
I
Infinite
hope so.
Crisis
They're
thing?
doing Infinite
Then-
Crisis.
I saw that one.
They're gonna bring back every Superman except for Cavill.
I thought they were only bringing 3 of them in. Tom Welling, the guy from Superman Return.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy from Superman Returns, the guy from Smallville, the guy from The Flash.
The ones that are still alive, pretty much. You could say.
Yeah, you can't bring back the dead ones.
I mean, you can try. It just won't be good.
It'll be
I'm
like
really
that weird-
excited for Tom Welling, because he's actually a big guy now.
Yeah.
Tom
So
Welling was.
if he actually played Superman again, it would be perfect.
I think he was my favorite, like, take on the Superman persona.
Yeah.
Like, watching Smallville, they really solved it in the last 2 seasons, but, like, he was one of my favorite Superman.
When,
Sorry.
no, it's your podcast.
No, I was just going to make a joke. I tried watching the first episode of Smallville with Patty, and she made me turn it off because it's too campy.
I love Ken.
Yeah, but that's because it's back from, like, early 2000s.
The first season of that show is so ridiculous.
It really is,
Yeah.
but it's good.
Ask me what my favorite Batman movie is.
I already know.
Batman Returns, man. With the Penguin and Catwoman.
No, man. Batman and Joker.
Look behind them.
Where am I looking?
Danny DeVito over there.
Oh yeah, dude, I got the Oswald Cobblepot for mayor poster,
Nice.
and it's like him with the umbrella and the cigar or
Yeah,
the
come over there
cigarette.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
fucking love that movie. It might be my favorite superhero movie. It looks good.
See, I want to have a no debate. What's the best Batman movie?
And there's my pick.
I'd have to, like, be in the middle for it.
Would you want to be the judge?
Yeah.
See, I won't say what I want to pick because I got to think about it more. Either Batman vs Superman or
You like
Batman Begins.
you like the
Batman
third,
vs. Superman is such a shitty fucking movie.
You like the third Christian Bale Batman the most, right?
No.
He likes the second one because he's like, Heath Ledger, orgasm.
No, Batman Begins, man.
Do you hate that Joker too?
Yes.
It fucking sucks, right? Just sucks.
Again, Mark Hamill is, like, in my opinion, the best
I'm
Joker.
so mad they didn't bring Mark Hamill to be in a Joker in the Infinite Crisis thing.
No, he is. Oh no, they're talking to him.
No, I think he already put a thing out saying.
Oh, he's turned it down.
No, they didn't turn it down. They just.
What is it called?
Crisis on Infinite
Crisis
Earths.
on Infinite Earths?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think he put a statement out saying that they're just not putting the Joker in or something.
I thought they had they have to have a Joker because they're doing Old Man Bats and all that stuff. So they're gonna have a Batman storyline, and you can't have a Batman storyline without the Joker.
I just
No,
can't
Mark
believe-
Hamill reportedly cast August 5th.
Told ya.
What?
Yep. Mark Hamill to return to Arrowverse for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Told ya.
Yeah, but is he playing Joker? Or is he
Yeah.
playing the
Who else would he play?
character he plays on Arrow?
You gotta give me 1 sec. Don't allow.
What's the character he plays?
You gotta breathe for a minute.
I'm talking to other Chris here.
I don't fucking know. I didn't.
You watch Arrow.
I
and
watched the
you
first
watch-
couple seasons.
You watched The Flash, though. He was on The Flash.
The Trickster.
Yeah, he's probably going to play the Trickster. That'd be cool if they had a Trickster and a Joker with him in the same room.
That would be actually kind of neat.
Yeah, so they might be having him play Earth 3, who is called Jokester, but instead dubbed the Trickster.
No, Trickster's a Flash villain.
Much like the character hailing from Earth 1, also played by Hamill.
Okay,
so
so
it all depends.
so the Jokester. So you know what Earth 3 is, right? That's with like Ultraman and Owlman. It's the evil versions of the Justice League. Earth 3.
Oh, it's Injustice.
Injustice.
Okay.
Have you've seen the animated film, right?
I played the games.
No, the games are different.
I know, like, kind of sort of the basis, but not enough to be like, yeah, cool, this is a thing.
No, Earth 3 is Superman didn't become. Is that from the set?
Yeah, Chris.
19 hours ago.
Type in DC the Jokester, and you can get a picture of Mark Hamill in the costume. Go to images, scroll down.
It's
this one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can put that
You
on.
gotta give me a second, because I want to make sure that it's actual thing. But keep going.
But,
No, it is, because I remember hearing about that a while
So
ago. And I
Earth
forgot.
3 is there's Jay Garrick, and that's CCPD headquarters. So
October
yeah, that's
19th.
real. Unless they Photoshop Jay Garrick in.
No, these are all real. I honestly totally forgot about all this.
So Earth 3 is like, so Injustice Superman like kills the Joker and becomes an evil dictator. Earth 3 is
Because he killed Lois Lane, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Earth 3 is Superman decided to become a crime boss. Owlman, who's Batman, is a crime boss. Like they're like the 7 biggest criminals in the world, and they just kind of control the government.
What's he called
and everything.
in
Ultraman.
Ultraman?
So-
Ultraman's badass.
So where was I going? Jokester is so all the villains are heroes and all the heroes are villains. So like Lex Luthor is like a good guy, and him and the Jokester come to Earth 1 to like get the Justice League to go to Earth 3 to fuck shit up.
So, whoops. That is apparently how Mark Hamill's supposed to look.
Yeah, I mean they're channeling the fucking.
They're channeling Mark Hamill. Not Mark Hamill.
Dead Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead Boy, whatever his name is. Ledger. They're channeling him for
And
sure.
It sucks because Heath Ledger, he wasn't a bad Joker, but again, I think because he died is where everybody's like, oh, he's such a great fucking Joker. It's like, he really wasn't.
And now I'm going to go on the record and saying I fucking love Nirvana, but it's the same thing with Kurt Cobain.
Yep.
Like, because and not because he died, because he was a fucking fantastic musician, but a lot of people like him because he's dead.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like the Heath Ledger Joker.
It was like,
because
after Michael Jackson died, everybody was like, oh, Michael Jackson was so great, even though he did all those little kids.
And Michael Jackson was... I blame his dad for everything. I think he's... I don't think he should be... I mean, he should be demonized, but, like, demonized with...
He should be held accountable.
He should be held accountable, but you should also have some perspective. Like, it was 100%... Like, if Michael Jackson was on trial, put the dad on trial right
Oh,
there
I agree with you.
You know? Like, send them both to jail.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
speaking of the Joker stuff, what do you guys think of all the fucking shit going on with the new movie?
I think it's all... I think it's all
I think it's all
fucking
getting
memes.
super blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
It's all memes.
I think it's because the world is super fucking sensitive about everything now, so it's like, you gotta protect the kids, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's
Also,
like, you're all just being...
You gotta keep in mind, the generation below us is way better at trolling than we are. Like, way better
Yeah.
at it. So this whole, like...
Well, you were what? Hold on, you were 92?
90.
Oh, you were like...
Yep, right
So
at the cutoff.
I'm 95.
Yeah, so...
89.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, old bitch.
So, like, they're, like, talking like, oh, man, I feel scared to go to the movie theater because of incels. That's just them, like, being funny. Because, like, no one's going to shoot up.
Yeah, but then the baby boomers are listening to him,
Exactly.
and they're like,
going,
oh, God!
They're way better at trolling than us. Like, that's all it is, in my opinion. I don't think anything's going to go down with the Joker.
Well, even like friggin' what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix. Is that how you say his name?
Well,
Joaquin.
that's the issue, is like, I read about the interview because I know what you're going for, and it's like, the reporter had like asked him a question about, oh, well, what is this, like, how's this going to make other people look at it, and is this going to cause issues? And he left, and I don't know if it was because he genuinely didn't think about it, or if it's because it's just
one of the statements he put out was basically being like, this is a movie, it's like a form of art, you should not take it too literal.
Yeah.
If you take it too
yeah,
literal...
but you shouldn't have to say that.
No, but the way he's saying it is like pretty much what we were talking about before. If you're going to take it too literal and do this, chances are you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So our
But
movie's
it
not
comes
going
back
to
to what we were
directly
saying
influence you to go out and shoot the rich and all that stuff.
I mean, the movie is just commie propaganda, and everyone's calling it like people forget what communism and fascism are, so they're calling it like right-wing propaganda, but if you watch the trailers, they're like rebelling against the rich, and that's totally like Marxism. So, like, I don't know why everyone's like...
It's just a really shitty form of government that we probably shouldn't follow under any circumstance.
But everyone's like, no, man, it's all about, like, toxic right-wing masculinity or something, and it's like, what are you...
I think what a lot of people are trying to also relate it to is like, oh, well, people who have issues, they're like, think that this is an okay way to react on it and act in
But
course with it. But it's like, if that's how it's gonna happen, like it's gonna happen no matter
But,
what.
like-
You can't.
Okay, so they're mad that people might rebel against the rich, but like Antifa isn't demonized in the news media at all, and they're the ones literally putting on masks and going and fucking up small businesses, and it's like it's already happening. This movie isn't gonna change anything.
Fuck is it? Well, I've seen it all over the place, and not to be like the person who's like, I don't know what this is, but it's like, what exactly is Antifa?
Oh boy, so Antifa.
Just like a super TLDR.
It's a bunch of LARPing hipsters in college who want to bash the fash. Fuck the government.
Let's just go back to FDR with the New Deal, please.
Yeah.
Like, can we just?
Well, the Antifa thing probably could have been a good thing if it was just like the regular people like trying to like, you're shaking your head.
It started in the Weimar Republic. It started in 1932, I believe, in Germany, and it was a direct response to rising fascism. But the way they wanted to do it was instilling communism.
Wasn't that because fascism was just an offshoot of Nazis,
Well,
or other way around?
Nazism is National Socialism, so a socialist government that focuses just on like Germany first. We'll all share, kind of like
Yeah,
that.
but, like, if you look at
But
it in
again-
the long term, it's not a terrible idea. But then you're like,
No, but
hey, Hitler came around and then was like, Nazis, let's kill all the Jews.
It always leads to an autocratic society. But Antifa was a direct response to that,
I
but
burnt my arm on something.
it was just as violent as Nazism. And now, for some reason, some college kid, I assume, opened up a history book, saw Antifa, and was like, Antifa, anti-Nazi. And then just took the flag without knowing what the fuck it stands for, and is now going and throwing bottles of fucking piss on people in the street for being bad guys, I think, is their message.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Solving.
If you fucking brain a dude with a bike lock because he has a different political opinion of you, like,
I
fuck
always said
you.
like solving a violent thing with other violence just never really.
But that's
solves
their
anything.
plan.
Yeah.
I also think they're a plant by, like, China or Russia or something to fuck us over.
Yeah. Probably Russia.
Divide us. That's what they want to do.
I mean, what was it, the 2016 election?
I mean, Russia
Twen-
was making ads for Hillary and Trump.
Like,
They were just playing both sides.
it's all just a shitty fucking situation
Yep.
that, like...
Putin's just like, haha, dumb.
I don't even think it's Putin.
You don't think it's Putin?
I
You
just think
it's
it's just-
underlings.
Putin's having too much fun fucking with his own country.
I know, man. Imagine being Putin, like walking out your door and just being like, I can kill anyone I want.
Like, nobody will stand in front of you. You
I
can
think
just
I'm
walk
gonna-
down the street and everybody's like,
Oh, you're the best.
Don't
And then-
shoot me!
I think I bet Putin is actually a really decent fellow deep down. I bet, because you know how the media
Oh, the
We
loves...
do not support all of the comments made on the podcast.
This is just like,
We're gonna pee while you're making this one.
this is just me, like, speculating. Like, what, because you know how the media loves, like, drama and shit. What if Putin is like there's a photo of him petting a dog, but then, like, the dog, like, bites him, so he's like, hey, you, and that's when they snap the photo, and it's like, Putin hates dogs.
Or, like, he
you know?
snapped the dog's neck.
Or not even, like, the dog died in his arms, and he was like, no, but they catch it, like, before
And
he
they
reacted.
edited his face.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
They're like,
like,
Putin murdered a dog. And
Oh,
it's like,
fuck.
what? I could, like, what if he's just this happy dude that's like, he's just like, hey, America, I want to be friends. And then everyone's like, fuck you, you Nazi. And he's like, I don't know what's going on, you know?
I mean,
I like to think-
ex-KGB.
I know, right? So you know he did some fucked up shit. I like to think the same way about Kim Jong-un. What if he's just like, I don't get why everyone hates me, because, you know, he's so sheltered. He's like, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm just trying.
That's why he met Trump, and Trump
I know.
was like,
And he's like, I'm just trying to be a buddy. And
He
no
met
one-
another short, weird guy, and he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we'll be friends.
Trump is not short. Trump's tall.
Trump's an asshole.
We need an asshole.
We need an asshole, but we need an asshole that doesn't,
We just
cut the taxes for people who make billions of dollars that they're never going to spend in their life. Like
Yeah,
Jeff
but
Bezos.
dude, it's the only way to keep him in the country. You think if we started taxing them, they'd stick around? They'd say, fuck this, I'm going to Pakistan where they won't tax me at all. Then Pakistan's get all the fucking money. And we don't want Pakistan having money. They build nukes and try and shoot them at people.
America built nukes and shit on at people.
Right. But we did it because we're the best. See? This is... No.
We killed a couple 100,000 people
Yep.
initially, and then a bunch afterwards because,
Well, they were committing genocide too. Rape of Nanking. They were throwing babies in the air and catching them on their bayonets.
Who's this?
Look,
The Japanese, they deserve to get nuked. They did.
I leave for 2 minutes.
Did you hear about when... Okay, so initially when the United States was probing the Japanese mainland for invasion, they would show up to rural villages where the people would grab hand grenades and blow themselves up rather than talk to an American soldier. And it was like, fuck, we're going to have to fight every single goddamn man, woman, and child. Granted, we didn't know what the nuke was going to do. We just knew it would make a big explosion.
Even though we fucking tested it in the middle of the desert, made people see their own bones.
We tested it once.
And we were like, alright, cool, this works, let's use it.
Exactly, like, fuck, we gotta end this war
Even the
today.
president and Albert Einstein were both like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
No, Einstein was writing letters every day, build the nuke, use it, build the nuke, use it.
Yeah, and then after it happened, he was like,
Oh, you can't walk it back, bro. Yeah.
Do you think dropping it the second time was the big...
Again, we didn't know the first one worked the first time.
How'd you not know?
That's because news couldn't travel that quickly.
The Emperor didn't believe that the bomb went off, and then when he went to the city, which one? Hiroshima was first, right? Yeah, he went to Hiroshima, and he saw the devastation, and the United States contacted him and said, will you surrender? And he said, absolutely not. Then they nuked Nagasaki.
Yeah, then America was like, hey, guess what? Redux the sequel.
Basically, we got another one, and then he was like, okay. You know? They got nuked once and they didn't want to surrender.
Well, it was the same thing with Pearl Harbor. That was supposed to be... That wasn't... they were actually supposed to send the declaration of war.
And it just didn't happen.
It never came through. It literally never came in the mail.
know.
America never got it.
And then we got Snuck Attack, and we were like, what the fuck, Japan?
Yeah, America was like, look, we didn't want anything to do with this, but guess what?
Wasn't it
Now we're
Japan
in.
that really got us to go into World War II?
Yeah, they attacked Pearl Harbor on my birthday.
That's because America was literally just like, look, we don't want anything to do with it, but we got plenty of guns.
We were selling guns to the English, food and clothes to the Germans, and oil to the Japanese. Then, when the Japanese started fucking China up, because we were trying to be buddies with China at the time, we cut the oil off to the Japanese.
And then
That's why they attacked.
then the Japanese were just like, let's mail this. The one guy whose job it was to mail it fell
Just
asleep.
didn't, or it got lost in the mail, or maybe even the president got it.
Do we have to pause this, or do we just have to end it?
No, keep going.
Okay.
Why?
I pay attention to everything. But it's like, yeah, so the guy who was supposed to mail the fucking letter out never went out.
There's even that conspiracy theory that FDR knew about it and didn't tell the public because he knew the only way to get the public to rally behind this foreign war was if we got sneak attacked. Because, like, why the fuck would we go fight for Germany or go fight for the UK? Fuck them. We didn't know.
The other
Hitler
reason was probably because the Japanese were intruding in on America's new bounty.
Kind of, but at the same time, we didn't know Hitler was killing Jews, so, like, why the fuck would we go fight
I mean, we kind of knew about it, but there were a lot of people who were like, nah, this isn't happening.
We just knew that the Central European powers were expanding, and we had alliances with the Western European.
Yeah, they were falling into Africa, and everybody was like, maybe we shouldn't let this happen.
They had colonies in Africa already. If anything, it was just the French talked a lot of shit, and then Hitler was like, oh, yeah?
And then he brought the Italians in, and the Italians were like, we're going to give food!
The Italians were like, we'll do something maybe, and then they just did nothing.
Yeah, they fed everybody, that was it.
And then
So when they gave all the meatballs and pizza to everybody?
Pretty much.
Then they switched sides.
That was what Mussolini did. And then he was like, I didn't do anything in World War II, and everybody was like, yeah, you did.
Have you seen his hanging?
No.
Yeah, his hanging is on YouTube. You can watch it. He kind of just sways. It's not really, like, interesting. It's just, you get to see a dictator hang.
And then Russia and America were like, hey, we're going to split Germany down the middle because why not?
That's because fucking Truman had a stroke. Truman? He took over after FDR, right?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
So he had a stroke in office and his wife had to take over.
They should have Chris now. He's like the
Betty-
ultimate fact checker.
Betty Ford.
She had to take over and
No, wait. Truman. What was Truman's last name? His last name was Truman, right?
Yeah. Or was it Eisenhower?
Well, let's find out.
Fuck. You know, and here I am, the American history kid who can't remember anything. But anyway.
Alright, why aren't you loading?
So he was like
Firefox for me,
super
computer?
sick during the negotiations with the USSR, and so basically Stalin just kind of strong-armed him into splitting Germany down the middle and creating that horrible fucking bullshit.
Harold Truman.
Gerald Ford. So
Yeah, it was
so
Truman.
FDR, Truman, then
had a stroke.
Eisenhower.
Yeah, Truman had a
Was
stroke.
it Henry?
Who?
Truman. I
No,
can't read
Harry
it.
S. Truman. What the hell's
I
wrong
can't
with
read
you?
it from here.
You need glasses.
Yeah. Don't let these fool you.
Yeah, FDR was just during the Great Depression. He created the New Deal.
Started the war.
Started what war?
2.
Yeah, he joined World War II.
Started the war for the United States.
Yeah,
is what I mean.
because he made the New Deal. America
didn't
finally
go-
came out of the recession.
Yeah.
Depression, excuse me. He either left or died.
No, I think he left.
Did he leave? Until his death in 1945. No, he died in office.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, he died, and then that's when Truman took over.
And then Truman launched the nukes, and Truman negotiated, and
Yep.
didn't do a good job.
Because Truman technically, he didn't want to fire the nukes, but it was also like, do you want to send 1 million people to their death? Because that's what's going to happen if you send them to Japan.
Everybody's going to die instead of some. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Star Trek. You should watch it sometime, you fucking asshole.
And then Eisenhower was the general who came after, and then John F. Kennedy, and then after Kennedy, everybody dismantled the New Deal.
Whatever happened to that Kennedy fella? He had such a promising career.
I think, he had a lot on his mind.
With food women.
Yeah.
He had a lot on his mind.
He had a lot on his mind.
I think one of the husbands might have
found
found out.
total head case.
You can say there was a lot of red in his ledger.
Do we have any more time to go into a new topic, or?
No, because we're already at an hour and a half.
Oh, shit. Well, thanks for watching Just Your Average Podcast. I'm Chad. This is other Chris. That's Chris. This is episode 49.
I didn't mean to, derail with insanity.
No, dude, we'll talk about it after, but...
Don't forget to go on YouTube and like to subscribe to this video you're watching. If you listen to us on Spotify, please make sure to follow us so you can get all the updates when we get the new shows out.
Or just follow us on Instagram, where we tell you literally everything.
Yeah, don't forget to go on that Instagram
Yeah,
there.
go. Chad's gonna fucking drag it out. Touch yourselves, not other. Hi, Mom. Love
Hey,
you.
we have
Bye.
Twitter, too, if you want to go on that. And Facebook.